Temu is an online e-commerce juggernaut whose low cost and discount prices caused a frenzy that made Temu the most downloaded app in 2023. However, Temu's rise to the top is not only propped up by an aggressive marketing campaign driving up sales due to cheap bargains, but also a bait-and-switch scheme that is enabled by a dangerous malicious spyware. Temu's origins date back to 2015 and is traced back to its parent company, Pinduoduo, that is currently listed on the Nasdaq. The parent company also launched an e-commerce app, Pinduoduo, boasting approximately 900 million active users in China, but its meteoric rise to rival e-commerce giants such as Alibaba and JD.com left the Kabbalistic company exposed, following a scathing revelation that the rise of the app was based on a sophisticated spyware that hacked into users' devices without their knowledge or consent and stole and exploited user data from its e-commerce competitors that would be used nefariously to boost sales and gain a larger market share. This spyware sparked cybersecurity concerns and violations of data privacy that led to Google suspending the Pinduoduo app on its stores. On its part, the Pinduoduo updated its app to version 6.5 that reportedly removed all its exploits. But in a seemingly rebrand, the exponential rise of the Pinduoduo app sparked the Blitz campaign for an e-commerce app giant, Temu, which was geared for the Western market. Temu promised the allure of shopping like a billionaire, but on a budget. This is because Temu heavily discounted products on this app, feeding right into the consumer industrial complex. In deconstructing the rise of Temu, its retail magic formula emerges. Temu, which is operated by Wellco Inc., is a subsidiary of Pinduoduo, which is headquartered in Dublin, but has its origin from China and benefits from Chinese factories and warehouses. This geographical location reaps Temu the benefit of a tariff loophole dubbed the de minimis rule, which is derived from the U.S. Section 321 of the Tariff Act of 1930. The de minimis rule is a trade provision that promotes free import duty to products whose fair retail value does not exceed $800. This loophole, coupled with the ultra-low prices, drove the demand high that led to Temu shipping large direct-to-consumer packages to the U.S. duty-free, gaining Temu a 30% market share in shipment, which became a bane in the flesh for other retail giants such as Gap, which paid $700 million in import duty, while H&M paid $205 million in import duty, all whilst competing with Temu that paid $0 in import duty in 2022. Moreover, this loophole resulted in large shipments that cast Temu in bad light, as Temu was reportedly not sharing sufficient data with the U.S. Customs Border Protection, which led to insufficient scrutiny and inspection of these large shipments and huge volumes, thereby leaving the U.S. Customs Border exposed to shipments of contraband and, more importantly, counterfeits. The business model. Temu's business model is a play on the human psyche, exploiting a chain letter tactic and placing heavy reliance on social proof. Temu has a Teams feature, which is where buyers are encouraged to share products on social media to invite friends to form shopping teams to enjoy more attractive prices available under the team purchase order. Besides the team purchase feature, there's equally the infamous affiliate and social media influencer program, where influencers can earn up to $100,000 in cash every month for posting and promoting Temu on social media. Temu further offers discounts, promo codes, and coupons to those who invite friends to download the app, and such promo codes and discounts lead to a wide customer base. However, Temu's sheer scale of growth has an activated villain arc behind it. Gamification. Temu is currently facing a class action suit for deceptive business practices on the offer and sale of products on its app, as the allure of low-cost, high-quality manufactured goods is based on a highly addictive tactic which is pegged on a gamification marketing shield, which includes discount codes, spin wheels, free gifts for new users, a limited offer with a countdown clock which exploits the fear of missing out. Further, tokenized marketing, which is whereby users get Temu coins for participating in referral programs. In doubling down in legal trouble, Temu also spams users by sending unsolicited texts with a promo link offering deals, discounts, and chance to win a gift card. which set off a class action suit in which Temu is being sued for violation of data privacy and the Federal Telephone Consumer Protection Act for sending unwanted telemarketing spam messages to people who had not consented to such telemarketing messages. Temu has also been exposed for another deceptive act, that is a false reference pricing, which is whereby they market a product as being on sale and at a steep discount. However, the discounted price is in reality the regular market price. And in further unraveling the business model, Temu's catchphrase "shop like a billionaire" has a hidden cost behind it. Despite the aggressive marketing campaign that Temu offers affordable, best and quality products from world-class manufacturers, some of the shipped Temu products have racked up many consumer complaints due to the low quality of the products. Moreover, Temu has been called out for unabashedly selling knockoffs and counterfeits that have actually led to an intellectual property infringement lawsuit filed by fast fashion brand Shein. The amoral surveillance and data harvesting. Temu is set against a backdrop of Pinduoduo's sinister app that was riddled with spyware. Pinduoduo claims that it removed all its exploits. However, according to media reports, its underlying code could still be reactivated. In raising the notch higher, Temu is believed to have the highest level of access to users' data whilst being undetected and without users' knowledge and consent. This is because the app was programmed to bypass phone security features. Upon installation of the Temu app, the app scans through the phone for debuggers, whose main function is to identify hidden malware. Following this, the app requests for permissions to not only have access to sensitive data, but also to install programs. The app's source code is programmed to monitor activities on the user's phone and also monitor the activities of competing apps on the phone, which include e-commerce apps, which allegedly Temu could leverage to boost sales and gain a larger market share, thereby creating an unfair business advantage. The app further, through misleading users, gets users to reveal or provide access to their precise location by issuing prompts such as this. And upon the app being granted access, the app thereafter tracks the precise location of the users, which goes against their privacy policy, which states that they only have access or track an approximate location. The app also gains access to personal identifiable information, such as phone contacts, private messages, emails, notifications, photos, videos, storage, biometrics such as facial recognition or fingerprints, and lastly, network information, which includes a MAC address, which puts your personal identifiable information at risk of violation through unauthorized intrusion or sale to third parties. Worse still, the app is programmed so that it can not only read and modify files and programs on the device, but also change settings on your phone skewed in favor of the app, which violates consumers' right to consent to such data changes. Further, this exploitation of data poses a national security issue because Pinduoduo, which is the parent company of Temu, is subject to Chinese laws, which means that the unauthorized collection of this data may be shared with the Chinese government upon request. This is because all Chinese entities are obligated to cooperate with China's national intelligence, and the mere fact that Temu isn't even offered in China raises even more eyebrows. However, Temu's spyware isn't the most jarring revelation, as the U.S. House Committee launched investigations into Temu's supply chains over human rights violations and also sought recommendations that if Temu's supply chains were found to be profiting off of forced labor, then Temu was to be enlisted as an entity which was in direct violation of the Uyghur Forced Labor Prevention Act, which President Biden signed into law in 2021, which in effect would restrict Temu's imports to the US, as the law prohibits the importation of goods mined, produced, or manufactured from the Xinjiang Autonomous Region, which were made from forced labor. However, this act not only restricts imports to the US, but also imposes visa restrictions and the global Magnitsky and other financial sanctions. This law was passed against the backdrop of the China Communist Party crackdown on the Uyghur Muslims who are facing imprisonment in re-education camps and who are allegedly being subjected to surveillance, sterilization, and forced labor through being forced to pick cotton that would be used to make clothes that were being sold on Temu. These human rights violations have stained the fast fashion industry, including the Chinese retailer Temu, as it exposed their unethical business practices of allegedly exploiting forced labor from the people living in the Xinjiang Autonomous Region. As reportedly, the workers were working 14 to 16 hours and were being underpaid, which created an unethical unethical incentive to work overtime, thereby subjecting their workers to a proverbial hamster wheel. Unabashedly, Temu has on its website marketed the sale of clothes from the Xinjiang Autonomous Region's cotton. Temu has admitted that it conducts no compliance or audit to independently verify whether its sellers, mostly from China, are selling products from the Xinjiang region. That is mad with forced labor allegations. Further, Temu abdicates responsibility on the alleged human rights violations on its supply chain by claiming that they are only an online Chinese retailer and not the importers on the record, as they have 80,000 sellers on its platform, and therefore the prohibition of importation of goods made from forced labor set out in Section 307 of the Tarrif Act of 1930 does not apply directly to Temu, as it's only an online Chinese retail platform and not the sellers who import the goods. Temu, however, as a small consolation, has urged its users to abide by the third-party code of conduct, which is couched in boilerplate language, which includes a zero-tolerance policy for the use of forced labor. However, Temu has no enforcement mechanisms. In the chain of grievances, Temu's cheap imports, direct-to-consumer business model that effectively edges out the middleman, and its minimal tax payment to the government has rattled domestic industries, and such threat has led to countries such as Indonesia to clutch onto protectionism and direct Apple and Google to block Temu on its app stores to protect local businesses from unfair competition. Despite Temu only breaking into the EU market last year, it seized the attention of the EU Commission, which has launched investigations over the alleged breach of the Digital Services Act, which was enacted in 2022, and also violations of the EU Consumer Protection Law. Temu is being investigated for the alleged sale of illegal products by rogue sellers on the platform. Secondly, it's being investigated for the sale of products through fake discounts. Thirdly, Temu's gamification, which consists of spin wheels, token coins, speak to the app's addictive design, to which no warning of the risks or negative consequences of the app on the well-being of the users has been issued so far. The app is also being investigated for how it recommends content or products to the users in light of its telemarketing spam messages. The investigations will also span into the alleged use of fake reviews and the alleged problematic return or refund policy. Currently, Temu is a thrifter's revered site, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention that all its lawsuits are mere allegations. Further, its ongoing investigations are not yet conclusive. Only courts will unravel what the true cost of shopping like a billionaire is.